I'm Vinny Politan. Welcome to Closing Arguments. Big show tonight, big breaking news. And let's start with the case of Gabby Petito. You may have heard this come across your feed on social media. Take a look at her picture. Here she is, 22 years old, from New York, has a boyfriend. Together, they took a cross-country trip. They were posting on Instagram, on YouTube, talking about living the so-called van life. Well, she was keeping in contact with her family, and then that contact stopped sometime near the end of August. Meanwhile, her boyfriend returned to Florida without her, driving her van. And now there is a big search for Gabby Petito tonight. In the investigation of this case, something that has come out is that this couple, as they are traveling around the country, were in Utah, Moab, Utah, and apparently was having some sort of a dispute that was so loud that someone called police. Police then pulled them over because they were seen leaving that scene in their van, pulls over the van, and tonight we're going to take a look at that body cam footage to try to get some insight into what was happening between Gabby Petito and her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie, who also describes himself as her fiancé. And again, this is August 12th, shortly before Gabby goes missing. Let's watch.
What's your guys' names?
Gabby.
I'm Brian.
Gabby, Brian? Okay. What's going on? How come you're crying?
I'm sorry, we've just been fighting this morning. Some personal issues.
It was a long day. We were camping yesterday, and camping got the stuff, flies and stuff. I'm sorry I hit the bump there.
I was distracting him from driving. I'm sorry.
Can I get you to step out of the vehicle for me, man?
Yeah.
Just hang tight right there. Do you mind if I take your keys and just put them on your hood?
You got it, buddy. I'm so
Thank
sorry.
you. Oh, no, you're fine. I'm going to go ahead and close your door, okay? Why don't you come over here? You want to tell me what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, some days I have really bad OCD, and
Okay.
I was just cleaning and straightening up the back of the van before, and I was apologizing to him and saying, I'm sorry that I'm so mean, because sometimes I have OCD, and sometimes I just get really frustrated. Not like mean towards him, I just like, I guess my vibe is like, I hear him be like in a bad mood. And I was just saying, I'm sorry if I'm in a bad mood. I've just been really stressed. I had so much work I was doing on my computer this morning.
What do you do for a living?
Well, I used to work at an organic juice bar, but I just quit my job.
Okay.
I was a nutritionist. That was my
That's
job.
cool.
And I just quit my job to travel across the country. And I'm trying to start a blog.
Okay.
Have a blog and stuff. So I've been building my website. So I've just been really stressed, and he doesn't really believe that I could do any of it. So that's kind of been like a, I don't know. He's like down there. I don't know. We've just been fighting all morning, and he wouldn't let me in the car before. And then
Why wouldn't he let you in the car? Because of your OCD?
He told me I needed to calm down. Yeah. But I'm perfectly calm. I'm calm all the time, and he really stresses me out, and this is a rough morning.
So, tell me what's going on.
She just gets worked up sometimes, and I try and really distance myself from her. So like I locked the car and I walked away from her. What happened this morning is that she's trying to start up like her own little website blog and everything. So I give her time. And we really had a nice morning with everything, but she just got worked up because we were trying to get going and get our day going because we want to go like arches and stuff like that.
Okay. You want to tell me about those scratches on your face?
She had her cell phone in her hand. That's why I was pushing her away, because she wanted me. I locked the keys so I could walk away. I said, let's just take a breather and let's not, go anywhere. Let's just calm down for a minute. She was getting a little worked up, and then she had her phone and was trying to get the keys from me. So that way, I was just trying to. I know I shouldn't push, but I was just trying to push her away to go. Let's just take a minute, step back, and breathe. And she got me with her phone.
Can I see your hand? Oh, you got a mark right here.
Oh, that's from a wire.
That's on a wire?
Yeah.
You want to tell me about hitting that curb?
Hitting the curb was her grabbing the wheel.
She grabbed the wheel?
Yeah. She said, I can't believe we're getting pulled over, and then she grabbed the wheel.
What was the disagreement about?
It was, I wouldn't even call it disagreement. It was just that I'm dirty and I can't change being dirty. Like, I got dirty feet, I got sand on my flip-flops and stuff like that. It was that we were at the coffee shop for so long because we were there from 9 to 3. So yeah, there's a few little things, little relationships. I don't know if you're in a relationship, but I'm sure
I've been married for over 5 years now. So.
there's a lot of little things. We weren't physical before the point where I said, all right, let's just take a breather and like walk away for a minute. I'll lock the van up and I'll go for a walk this way, and you can go walk that way in the block. You know, there's that what is it called, Moonflower?
Right,
Yeah. You know, nice areas. You can go either way. It's all shaded. So let's go for a little walk and breather, come back. Because we're really happy with it.
Okay, so you said you pushed her to create some distance, obviously, right? What happened after that? What got the scratches on your eye?
The phone.
The phone. So you pushed her and she hit you?
She was. It wasn't like a push and she jumped on me. She was already. I don't want to. She was already swinging and I was.
Multiple hands.
A lot of angles, a lot of nails, a lot of rings.
Yeah, you got 3 scratches on your neck. You got one on the left side of your neck. You got one in your face here, and you got 4 bleeding over there. So it looks like 2 hands coming in. Do you mind lifting up your right sleeve for me? I'm curious about something.
I suppose fingernails, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining.
Is it bruised or tender or anything like that?
No. Okay. I'm fine, and I love Gabby. I hope she doesn't have too many complaints about me.
This is a very, very important question. How you answer this question is going to determine what happens next. But the only person who can answer this question is you. Think very hard before you answer the question. Do not quickly answer it. Think very hard. When you slapped him those times, were you attempting to cause him physical pain or physical impairment? Was that what you were attempting to do to him? What were you attempting to do? What was the reason behind the slapping and stuff? What was it you were attempting to accomplish by slapping?
I was trying to get him to stop calling me something.
Well, it doesn't sound to me like she attempted to injure him. It's your call.
This is what I'm going to do. I've decided I am not going to cite you for domestic violence battery, okay? It was only going to be a Class B misdemeanor. However, the domestic violence portion of it enhances it. Makes life a major pain in the butt, especially you're 22, right? So I'm choosing not to cite you today. So you are not going to be charged with anything. All right? But this is what I do have to do. I am separating between you tonight. Okay? I want you guys both to be tonight away from each other, relax, breathe, crying, because there's no reason to be crying now, okay?
Okay, that's August 12th in Utah. Something happened between the two, and it seems that she slapped him. He was pushing her away. Things got to a certain extent physical between this young couple. And now she's missing, and he's home in Florida. By the way, he has a lawyer. Lawyer released a statement. You ready? Here we go. This is an extremely difficult time for both the Petito family and the Laundrie family. I understand that a search has been organized for Miss Petito in or near Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. On behalf of the Laundrie family, it is our hope that the search for Miss Petito is successful and that Miss Petito is reunited with her family. On the advice of counsel, the Laundrie family is remaining in the background at this juncture and will have no further comment. Not talking. Last person with her, driving her van, the one having the domestic incident with her in Utah, not talking. Let's bring in our think tank tonight. Joining us in the Bronx, New York, criminal defense attorney Renee Hill. In Houston, Texas, criminal defense attorney Carmen Rowe. And in Atlanta, Georgia, criminal defense attorney, law professor at Emory University, and Georgia Innocence Project board member Molly Palmer. Great to see everyone tonight. Let me ask you this. You're all great criminal defense attorneys. And explain to me one scenario where Brian Laundrie is innocent of doing anything wrong and is refusing to speak with police, drives her van, not his van, her van, across the country, comes home on September 1st doesn't say anything, and won't talk to her family or police or anyone. Is there an innocent explanation for all of that? And I know attorneys say keep your mouth shut, but we know why attorneys say keep your mouth shut. Give me the innocent explanation. Anyone? Renee Hill.
Well, first of all, Vinny, this is already a very difficult situation because this is any parent, any family's worst nightmare that your child goes on a trip and then they don't return. The actions or conduct of the boyfriend / fiance at this point are certainly questionable. And in any situation like this, the spouse, the boyfriend, is always going to be the first suspect. So that's why, whether he did right or wrong, because we know he's going to be the first suspect, you get an attorney, you speak with an attorney, and you don't make any statements, off the top of your head, because anything that you say can be used against you. It can be turned around, and it's just not a good situation for you to make any comments. In this particular situation, the facts that have unfolded so far certainly look very bad for this gentleman. The fact that he came back in her car, they went away together. He's not saying anything. He's the last person that we know to be with her. And he's not helping to say anything as far as we know at this point, even saying we were together here and she left. I don't know where she went.
Or like, here's a good place to look for her.
Right.
Here's where you might want to look.
Yes,
Carmen
so
Rowe?
I agree. I agree.
Is there an innocent reason to hire a lawyer and not speak to police or her family? He professed his love to her, called her his fiancée. They're going to spend their lives together.
Absolutely. Look, I see one. He and she clearly were in a domestic violence relationship, one that she was the aggressor. We see that on the video. She's probably has a lot of mental health issues. He got fed up. Maybe she left with another guy and he was like, you know what? Good luck with all that. I'm taking the car.
Oh, that's an explanation. I got it. But why wouldn't you just say that? Why wouldn't you tell police? Why wouldn't you tell her family?
Because, Vinny, she's threatened on many occasions to accuse me falsely of hurting her, of doing something wrong. And so I went home, I called a lawyer, and they did what every good defense attorney says, which is you shouldn't be talking to anybody
I understand
about
a good
anything,
defense attorney.
And I wish him the best.
I'm looking for an innocent guy here. An innocent
Well, that's all very
explanation.
innocent. That's all very innocent.
It is, but it doesn't explain why you wouldn't talk if she left. Molly Palmer, do you have one for me?
I can tell you this, Vinny. I can tell you it has nothing to do with innocence. It has to do with rights. It has to do with the fact that under our Constitution in this country, we're afforded due process and the right not to incriminate ourselves.
Hasn't been charged with anything. This is a missing person case.
Well, the point is that he has the right to remain silent, not whether or not he's innocent or guilty, but just because he's afforded that right and he's afforded a lawyer. But I think that Carmen is correct. I think this could have been a situation where she's obviously under a lot of distress. She mentions OCD and anxiety. She could have wandered off. There could have been a situation where somebody else, there's a kidnapping of sorts. But at the end of the day, I don't need
Well, if there's a
innocent
kidnapping,
explanation.
shouldn't he tell police there was a kidnapping so they could find the love of his life?
No, he can exercise his rights under the Constitution. And as we all know, the spouse or the significant other is always the first suspect, always the first suspect. And I'm sure he feels as though he's being scrutinized as he is right now and consulting a lawyer as he should.
Yeah, and he took her car. It's not his car, not his van, not his
How else
van.
was he supposed to get home? That's how he got home, back to Florida.
Not his van. All right.